Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for the gold, silver and palladium price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna start with the gold here for the daily close, where we might still be here in two possibilities, one for a little bit lower prices and the other one is still looking for the wave 5. So basically, just to remind you, we are of course in a potential ending diagonal here in zigzags, of course, as a wave 1, 2, 3. And we are looking for a wave 4 and a wave 5 still to unfold toward the upside. Now, in case that this is your wave 4 finished ABC very fast, hitting around the fib levels or the blue box that we were expecting, we might be, of course, in a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here, or an ABC for your wave 5. And this wave C, of course, might be unfolding after this expanding flat here as a wave B, potentially A, B, and a C toward the upside. In case that we're still looking for lower here, we are probably, of course, in 3 waves down, meaning can be that this is your A, this is your B, and this is exactly your wave C. So nothing really has changed, knowing that we took, of course, confirmation for higher here, but that means, of course, confirmation for higher after the expanding flat, because this is definitely a correction there. And that means, of course, we might reverse toward the upside. So very likely as well that this might, of course, continue for higher here, but we still need, of course, to finish the expanding flat, at least taking the low and then pushing higher again, because of course the confirmation has been taken. Whether you are impulsive or you are corrective, when you take this confirmation correctively, that means of course an expanding flat, and it might reverse and continue towards higher prices sooner or later. And that means, of course, yes, very likely that we might get a wave C to unfold, but of course you still need to finish the expanding flat first. So a little bit lower prices and then pushing for higher again to probably finish a wave 5 there. If the things are going to move much more into an ending diagonal to reach the 1-to-1 fib level here as a zigzag and then pushing higher, also it's the same scenario at the end, of course. We might still push a little bit higher here for a wave 5 at the end. Yep, so this is regarding the gold for the micro level. Now the macro level a little bit or bigger time frame. Of course, you can be here in something as WX and a Y for a wave B, still there. And in case we drop down, of course, for a wave C, you need a clear impulse, like a big 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toward the downside. Now, currently, it's hard to take this as an impulsive wave, right? Where, okay, you can be here in kind of a diagonal ABC or WX and Y because it's 3 waves and then pushing down. But I doubt this. Of course, it looks a little bit hard to be. So very likely that we are, of course, much higher possibility here for the ending diagonal rather than the flat. Don't forget that this ending diagonal is going to finish a potential wave 5 there. And the wave 5 might be truncated or simply taking the high. It's going to be weak wave 5 because, of course, of the wave 3 very, very extended. So you might take the blue zone here between the 4,385 and 4,337. And then we might, of course, seek after a deep correction after it. Yep, so this is regarding the gold. If we move to the silver, for the silver as well, on the 1-hour chart, we are finishing or finalizing here a wave 5 in an expanding ending diagonal, which is very clear, of course, that it might still, of course, get the high between the $59 and $61, perfect target for a wave 5. And obviously that we cannot really count here something else because, of course, these are almost also looking kind of like a zigzags. Meaning, of course, taking the high in a very decisive price here. That means, of course, yes, we're pushing higher impulsively, or let's say motive wave. And then, of course, we might drop down after it. I'm still watching, of course, this blue box, what's going to be the reaction over there. And for the silver, of course, don't forget with it, we're going to finish a wave 3 within this expanding diagonal, meaning, of course, you are here in a wave 1, 2, and then wave 3 finished, of course, also as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to seek after a wave 4, retracement might be, of course, well, this retracement is actually for wave C, which is a potential ABC because of the 1.618. But I doubt it still. Of course, wave 4 might be something else here, which is in confluence can be interesting as well. But yeah, not so deep. Here we go. So your waveform might be higher, yeah, so than a wave C expanding diagonal here, expanding flat, sorry. Yeah, so wave C. Waveform might be shallow, and then of course pushing for higher again for the final target here, which it might hit between the 67 and $76. Now, when we drop for the silver, we might drop also for the gold at the same time. The gold also might finish its final wave in the diagonal that we just saw, and they might drop together, of course, towards this area for the silver, while the gold drop toward the 3,800 probably. We're gonna see, of course, in the macro level in the next analysis, of course, on the daily. Yep, so this is also regarding the silver, yeah, what we are looking for and what is next, probably that it might unfold. For Palladium, finally, for Palladium, we are looking here at the 4-hour chart. We still in the same scenario, of course, 1, 2, and potential another wave 1 here as a leading diagonal wave 5 as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The wave 1 is an ABC, zigzag, and another zigzag, right? So what we are looking for as an ABC, as a zigzag there, is very likely can be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The wave 4, no invalidation is taken. And we're looking here for a potential wave 5 still to unfold, of course, as a wave A. By all means here, I'm looking as an ABC for a wave 5 there. Okay, so this is exactly what I'm looking for this diagonal, right? So, and the blue box, of course, is our target, 1,751, 1,886 for Palladium. Yep, so these are the updates, of course, for the metals. And of course, let's watch what's gonna see. I believe, of course, that all the metals still have a push toward the upside. And then, of course, we might start a drop. The same for Palladium, by the way. You might get a wave 2, the same as gold for a wave also 4, and the silver also a wave 4. In Palladium, it might be a wave 2, by the way. 1, 2, and then pushing for higher later on. Yep, so that was it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.